Ashes of Creation, an upcoming MMORPG that, despite the initial hype, has fallen into a bit of a low point in terms of community. Today, we'll be talking about what many people find right and wrong about the direction the game is currently heading. So strap in, grab some popcorn, a drink, and your potion launcher, because it's time we take a look into the minds of the community. Now, there are a few different opinions you'll see throughout this video. That is meant to, on my part, be mostly unbiased. However, there are a few things you should keep in mind while watching. Blurred names were opted out. I gave any interviewees the option due to privacy. The members of the community that were interviewed were chosen at random on the Discord at the time that I was online, and this video is meant to be informative, and I highly recommend you stick through till the end. Now, the main thing that I ask every interviewee is, overall, what do you think of the current direction that the developers are taking since the release of Apocalypse? Do you feel Apocalypse should never have time spent on it, or that it's a nice addition as we wait for more MMORPG news and teasers, etc.? Now, that's referring to the main course, if you will, Ashes of Creation and not Apocalypse. Um, I also ask if they'd like to have their name censored, yada yada, and then I ask if they're Kickstarter, Alpha, Apocalypse, Moderator, etc. Um, so this is the basic format that you'll see basically every interviewee answer. Now, keep in mind this is just to be informative and to let you know a little bit about what the community is really thinking, where their mind's at as far as Apocalypse goes, and the upcoming Castle Siege. Now, this first interview did opt to have his name hidden, and he says, I think APOC testing was needed to go further in the development. It brought up a lot of issues and a lot of changes made in APOC backend server stuff that turned into bedrock for them. I'd like them to focus more on the MMO, but I followed other games in the past to know that there will be setbacks. I don't mind waiting, but at the same time I do feel like some time has been wasted. Not overall time it would take to release the game, but time to release Alpha 1. Things that are needed for Alpha 1 have been bottlenecked, and while bottlenecked, those people not able to do their tasks would multitask and jump onto other projects. Overall, the game is being made, just on our side it seems like no progress has been done because we are testing the BR, a small snapshot of what they have ready for us to play. Now, Shadowheart did give me permission to use his name in the video, and he had this to say: the direction of development to me is a difficult one. We are so used to not hearing about anything until release or close to release that I believe we're too spoiled when it comes to open development. I can see both sides of Intrepid's argument for not showing too much. They have to protect their IP. Everyone has their own interpretation of open development, and there is no correct definition. I am relatively happy with how development is going. Do I wish there was more to show? For sure, but at the same time I understand both their needs and wants to see more and Intrepid's reasoning to not. If Apocalypse didn't take the Battle Royale route and instead did a last man standing arena style instead, I will say they dropped the ball on that decision. We're approaching the end of the life cycle of VRs, and if someone was to develop one, it has to mirror AAA due to excessive early access, asset flips, etc. So that decision from whoever decided on that was a terrible one, but in hindsight, it served its purpose and what it was set out to do: stabilizing server-side frame rate, back-end management, network architecture, combat refinement, etc. Everyone has their own view on what should have been, and for open development project, it has its downsides, but everyone has the right opinion. Overall, they're powering through it, and I'm content with what we have so far. And this is coming from Shadowheart, who is a pre-order backer.
No, I believe Apocalypse is amazing. I feel like it was exactly what they needed as far as gathering data to be able to further the development of the MMORPG. There is specific data that they were looking for that Apocalypse basically lined up in a straight line for them, and gave them directly. So I feel like it was a major step in development for them. I believe they did obtain that data that they needed, and I believe that it definitely helped the MMORPG.
Well, thanks for watching the entire video. Now, unfortunately, this is going to have to be part of a multi-part series. This is really good, though, because it'll allow me to get more people from the community and kind of gather their thoughts and share them to everyone. Um, I'd also like to maybe add a second chapter where we talk about what people would really like to see implemented. Maybe they don't like some aspects of the games, and we can talk about that. Um, and future events like Castle Siege, but that's a little ways away. This video alone took over 10 hours, so if you could comment, leave what you liked, or maybe you didn't like and you hated the video. Either way, maybe drop a subscription so you can keep up to date with my videos. But thanks for watching the entire video. I'm Paladin Glorious. Make sure to stay true and be you. Thanks for tuning in.